Question number 30. A generative AI engineer is responsible for developing a chatbot to enable their company internal help desk call. The call center team to more quickly find related tickets and provide the solution. While creating a Gen AI application work breakdown task for this project, they analyze that they need to start planning which data source, either Unity catalog volume or data table, they should choose for the application. They have collected several candidate data source for the consideration. Call rep history delta table with the primary key representative ID, call ID. This table maintained to calculate the representative call resolution from the field call duration and call start time. Transcript volume, a unit catalog volume, all the call record as a dot wave file, but also a text transcript as a star dot text file. Internal customer use the help desk to make sure that the change back the model are consistent with accurate services. Call detail, a data table include the snapshot of all the call detail updated hourly. It includes the root cause of the resolution field, but those fields may be empty for the call that are still alive. Maintain schedule. A data table include the listing of both help desk application outage as well as a planned upcoming maintenance downtime. They need source that add the context-based identified ticket, root cause, and resolution. These two sources do that. So for this, option A, call cost history. Option B, maintenance schedule. Call rip history, call detail, transcript volume. Call rip history. This table contains information about the representative calls resolution flow. The question is about identifying the root cause and the resolution, meaning the problem and the solution. And this table explicitly contains those fields. Right. So it can use the source as the historical data to train the model and understand how to pass the issue or resolve. So I think option 1A is the correct. Now come to the option B, maintenance schedule. Maintenance schedule, this table list plan, help desk, application outage, and downtime. This is crucial context. A ticket might be known issue related and a planned downtime. And having this information can help to chatbot quickly identify the root cause of the system outage rather than the user specific problem. Call cost history. This is option C. This table track how many a customer use help desk and is user change back modeling. It is related to billing and users, not a specific detail of the call receives content and root cause and resolution. Call detail. This table is the snapshot of the call. Call detail include the root cause and resolution field. But they may be empty or live call, right? So while it is good source, but the call rate history is more explicitly stated as being maintained for the calculating resolution field and suggesting it's more complete source of the resolved issue. So this prompt asks for the best source. Transcript volume. This content audio and text transcript of the call, while the transcript are the resource of raw data of the chat room to understand the user's issue and question about the source that provide. So context is the uh, best identified root cause and illness. So the correct answer from my side is the option A, a call with history. So here we have an option of the call cost history. So in call cost history, we can see the delta table have a calculate how much internal customer use help desk and make sure the change back model consists the actual service use. Option A is incorrect. Now option B, maintenance schedule. Maintenance schedule is to schedule the list of the help desk outage as well as plan to upcoming maintenance time. So option B is also incorrect. Now call rep history. Call rep history is the data table. This maintained to calculate representative to call resolution from the field, call duration and call start time. So this is also not here to check. Why? Because our question asked is we will have a root cause and their resolution. By this we can train our model, right? So for that, call ref history is not valid. Now call detail. In the call detail, you can see in last delta table include the snapshot of the call detail updated hourly. It includes the root cause and resolution field. But those field may be empty if the call are still like means call is right currently going on. So it may be empty. But apart from this, the call which has already done their data we can get from here means we can get the root cause and resolution from call detail. So option D is the correct. Now, transcript volume. Transcript volume is the what transcript volume is yeah. Transcript volume unit catalog volume that have all the tables detail, right? So from here we can get the problem means root cause as well as the resolution. So correct answer is the option D and option E. Question number 31. A generative AI engineer has recognized throughput model serving endpoint as the part of the RAC application and would like to monitor the serving endpoint incoming request and outgoing response. The current approach is to include microservices in between the endpoint and the user interface to write log and remote server. Which database features should you use to instead which will perform the same task? Vector search, Lakeview, DBSQL interface table. So, option A, vector search. This is the feature for storing and querying vector embedding. Typically, is the part of the retrieval. So, option A is incorrect. Lakeview. Lakeview is the feature of the Databricks that is used for the creating, sharing the dashboard only. Right. DBSQL. DBSQL is the Databricks SQL service that is running the SQL query on Databricks warehouse. Option D, inference table. Inference table, this is the database feature especially designed automatically log the input, output, and other metadata from the model serving endpoint to data lake table. Yes, correct answer is inference table. Question number 32. A generative engineer developed an LLM application using programmized throughput foundation model API. Now that the application is already to be deployed, they realize their volume of the requests are not sufficiently high enough to create their own programmized throughput endpoint. They want to choose a strategy that ensures the best cost effectiveness of their application. What strategy should the generative AI engineer use? Switch to external model instead, deploy a model using pay per token throughput. It comes with a cost guarantee. Change the model with few or number of the parameter order to reduce hardware constraint issue. Throttle incoming branches request manually to provide the limiting issue. So correct answer is the option B. Why? I'm coming to the explanation. On option A, switch to the external model instead. External model is the context likely referred to using the model hosted by the third party provider like OpenAI directly via their API. These often use pay as you go model. This is the viable option, but it might involve code changes and dependency on your external service. Okay. Whereas option B is deploy the model pay as you go token throughput. It comes with the cost guarantee. This option directly addresses the problem and pay per token means pay as you go pricing is the idea of the low volume and unpredictable workout. Only pay for what you use, which is the most cost effective solution when the request volume is not consistent high. The logical text step from the context perspective. So correct answer is option B. Now option C, why it is not correct? Because a change of model is a few number of the parameter. A small model might reduce the hardware cost, but it doesn't solve the core problem of the paying the provisionized throughput that it doesn't being used. So the model size is secondary to the pricing model. A smaller model are provisionized endpoint and would still be the insufficient if the request volume is low. Now option D. Throttle the incoming branch of the request manually to avoid rate limiting issue. Throttling request is the strategy to manage high traffic, okay, and not for low traffic. It is used to prevent the service being by overblamed. This is irrelevant problem to low volume workload, and that is not cost effective on the personalized plan. So correct answer is P as you go.